Paul, that result a bit harsh on your side?
From my point of view, yeah. I think, to be fair, their staff said that as we shook hands at the end. If we're going to lose, I can, it's hard to say accept because you never want to accept a defeat, but that sort of performance against a good team. I think it was a sort of proper game. There was kind of obviously a great crowd in, some tension. It felt like in the air. And I haven't seen a team, maybe with the exception of Wrexham early season when it was on TV, that have stopped Notts County having as much of the ball and pressed and had his own large spells of possession. So I'm kind of pleased in one sense. Like I said, I'm trying to be again objective and not just get emotional. I was pleased with a lot of what happened out there. Weren't many chances for either teams. I felt that we had a couple of moments. I've seen one back when Errico plays the ball just behind Darry in the second half, when I don't think it's that difficult a ball in truth. And Errico's chance first half, from where I was, it looked a good chance. I might be doing him a disservice from pitch level, I'm not sure, but they seem to be fresh in my mind, at least, the best opportunities we had, and I'm not sure they had one, only maybe when Harry played the ball back short and Roberts came on his left foot, ended up being straight at Macca. So disappointed because of how we played, but a lot better in terms of performance than Tuesday night, and I should probably let it go, but that still rankles with me because it compounds today's result, whereas if we'd have gone and got the 3 points Tuesday, it's still in obviously a better place.
It was a much better performance. If you're going to be hypercritical, the fact that it didn't really work the keeper as much as perhaps you'd like.
Playing against a good team. I've watched lots of them, obviously. When you get two good teams playing, that can happen. So, I think sometimes you have to accept that's going to be the case. I was, in general, happy with the performance. Of course, we need to, if you're going to win the game, you need to score a goal first and foremost. We didn't do that today, Notts County did. However, a lot of that game, like I said, I was happy with, and I think we would have beaten a lot of teams today. I know it's totally different games, but and you create more, but it's not going to be easy. Like I said, I think if you looked at what they've created and look at what they create against other teams as well, it's a real positive.
For the goal, you seemed to lose a little bit of shape. Was that because you were pushing for the win and that left that area free on the left-hand side?
Well, Adam's gone to close the winger down, so no issues there. It's just a runner from midfield that we get caught with. But to be honest, I think on the day, and look, ultimately it has led to a goal, but it's one of those that on the day you're kind of looking and you sort of panic. When you look back on the TV, yes, he's in space, but it's one of those moments where you're not getting that excited or worried, but because you're heavily involved in the game, it is. And the cross has gone in, it's been palmed out, and he's reacted first to it and put it in. So, that's, I think, very harsh on us today, but that's the scoreline, and we have to take it on the chin.
Miss John McAtee today?
I think any team in the league would miss John McAtee. So, yes, in one respect, but at the same time, I thought it maybe helped us limit them more. Perhaps we might have created more. It's catch-22 a little bit with that one. But in those sort of games, I guess, for them, Rodriguez, who scored the goal, who I thought we kept pretty quiet, he's a very good player. One of quite a few that's in their team. He was the one that ended up coming up with the all-important goal, and maybe we missed that. But as I said before, we can't just rely on John McAtee, and so we, no excuses on that side.
How long is he going to be out for, do you know?
He's now had a scan. I think he'll probably be 4 weeks.
Good to see Ryan Taylor back, though. How difficult was it? I suppose he hasn't trained with your squad,
yeah,
and I presume he's been poorly with it.
Well, his hamstrings are concerned. so I couldn't put him on for too long there, John. And he had one effort, just wide, being a good player for us. You know what I will say, I thought Lenny did a much better performance today. Was more back to his kind of normal self. The Lenny that I think I see. It was very unlucky. It's just come to me there. His effort at his crossbar. So, pleased for him. Obviously pleased to have Ryan. We want all his players available, and then that makes my life harder. But as I've said before, I'd rather it be that way.
You got a great reception from the fans when he came off, Lenny. We appreciate his hard work, but if that goal had gone in, it would have changed things completely for him, wouldn't it, I think?
Yeah, and then obviously changes the game. Maybe they have to change. I mean, the fact that they changed shape at half time, I think speaks volumes of who was kind of the better team. I'll be honest, going into the game, I don't think, or I certainly can't remember ever a time of spending so much time trying to decide the right way to go and how to stop them getting into the flow. And people, may listen and say, well, what about us? That creates chances for us to win the ball back high up the pitch, to create situations, and also to pull people, their players out of position at times when we are attacking. So there was a hell of a lot of thought in it. So that's again frustrating that all that in terms of a result feels like it kind of goes to waste. But I think I'm again long enough in the tooth now to understand there was a lot of things right with what we did. And as I've said before, I'm not going to get too down about it. I think all that today has shown me genuinely is that we're a decent side, and we'll win more games than not if we play like that, not like we did on Tuesday.
Max Wright not involved today. He's a popular player among the fans. What's he got to do to sort of get himself more involved on a match day?
We've got to get him properly fit, which is, I think, something we're not quite sure. And he has been involved. He came on the other night. Today, I'd kind of back the question back is, who do you want me to leave off the bench? We ended up needing Seb Revan. He covers a couple more positions than what Max does. Wilbur Parga, a little bit unfortunate not to be in the team today. And I wanted another midfield player on there in Evan. So, like I say, back to that, 5 subs. It can only involve so many people. Max, who was unlucky not to be involved, but that's the squad. Or the strength of the squad that causes the problems. So, someone's going to be unfortunate.
So, a couple of defeats this week, but you've got to take that in context, I suppose, of the great start you've made.
Yeah, we're terrible now. We're second, so that's us. I'm frustrated we haven't got a game to come in the league that we can try and get back to winning ways in the league. We've lost, a proud home record, but again, I think that's performance-wise, that's how you lose it, rather than with a whimper. And as I said, that I think fair play to Ian and Doyley in particular, kind of very honest in their assessment of it. Just briefly then, so I'm not, I don't think I'm talking rubbish. I think it's genuine. We were okay today. Well, better than okay. Result-wise, we'll definitely play a lot worse and win games.